Hello and welcome to Idle Chat with the Wait What podcast. How are we all doing, guys?
Doing good. First Idle Chat of 2024.
Indeed.
Look, I can move around and my picture doesn't move anymore. Look. Ooh.
Yeah, when we're seeing this video in March, it'll be good.
No, I'm going to do better this year. I'm going to do better.
I will make sure I send both the video and the audio over to them as well.
Yes, because I will say there is probably about 4 or 5 episodes that I just lost. They're lost. But a new year. It's a new year. New videos.
Indeed.
Fingers crossed.
I'm putting this up. There we are.
I can't fit it over my head.
Lovely stuff.
Lovely
Cool.
stuff.
If you are watching this in YouTube on March, do everything that says down below at the banner.
Yep.
If you're not, follow us on the socials. That should be on the video. And yeah, we're going to talk about something that happened over the holiday period over in the good old US of A.
US and I.
Over Christmas and the New Year. Around this time, it is getting towards the end of the NFL season. And we've been following the NFL more than regularly this season.
Oh, yes, we have. Oh, yes, we have.
For reasons we'll get to later. The NFL has been very up and down this season, for what I would say. Like, there hasn't been a lot of clear favourites, like clear strong teams that have gone out and have just dominated everyone and looked strong throughout. So it could be a very open Super Bowl this season. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone who's in a lower kind of like wild card spot kind of thing actually make it all the way to the Super Bowl this year. That could happen.
It's possible.
I was going to say, how has it actually been? Like the top ones that are usually always winning, doing well, or is it just a case of it's anyone's game at the moment?
Well, I'd say there is probably a couple of strong teams that you would expect to make it to the Super Bowl, but we'll see. We're going to go through each of the divisions anyway, in our British way of limited knowledge.
Yeah.
So,
indeed.
The AFC, the American Football Conference, the AFC East. At the moment, the division winners is pretty much confirmed is the Miami Dolphins, who are already through to the playoffs. They've been really good this year with Tua and Tyreek Hill. Really putting on
they've been doing bits.
Yeah, Mostert and Arcane as well has come from the running backs as well. The Buffalo Bills currently are in the second position, 10-6. They were expected to be pretty comfortable getting into the playoffs.
They kind of they started off very well. Started off very strong, but they have faltered a bit.
Yeah. We should say at this point in recording, the last game is still to play. So the Bills pretty much and the Dolphins are through to the playoffs. Their winning record, they should be through.
Well, the Jets are below them, and they're shit.
Yeah, the Jets can't make the playoffs. They are 6-10. They got fucked from week 1 when Aaron Rodgers got injured in the first play.
His first play, and he got.
Yeah, ever since then they've had some false dawns with the quarterbacks they've been using, but yeah, they've just been bad. But not as bad as the New England Patriots, who finished bottom of that division on 4-12. Bill Belichick is still in the process of rebuilding that team, I guess.
They have not been the same since Brady.
No, very much. Even with Brady, they weren't at the end. They weren't doing great either.
Not really.
So the AFC West, which is the division that I take a particular interest in, the Chiefs are the division winners. They're going to go to the playoffs. They're on 10-6. They've been not as dominant as they usually are.
No.
Mahomes and Travis Kelce have obviously been carrying a lot of the offense on that team. A lot of the NFL news has been based around the fact that Travis Kelce is now part of this couple with Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift is now spotted at Chiefs games, and that's pretty much all the mainstream.
That's literally what it's about. Yeah, that's literally the mainstream media. That's what it's about.
Yeah, the Chiefs have still got a good team, and put them in a playoff situation, you'd expect them to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Next is my Denver Broncos, who are 8-8.
You've pulled it back. To be fair, you were shit to start. You were shit to start with.
Oh yeah. They went on a terrible run, and then they went on a great.
Is that 8 wins, 8 losses?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got one more game to play where they could possibly get a positive record. They probably won't make the playoffs. There's a very outside chance they will.
Not wild card. Not even in the wild card.
Nah, there's a lot of teams on 9 and 7.
Gotcha.
that kind of like makes it out. The Raiders also did badly though, 7 and 9. They messed up basically with the old Derek Carr, Devontae Adams situation. They haven't got a quarterback. They had a terrible head coach as well, Josh McDaniels, who got sacked off pretty quickly halfway into the season. So yeah, not good for the Raiders this year. Not as bad as the LA Chargers though, who also sacked off their head coach. They're 5 and 11.
Yeah, didn't they get tumped up a few times?
Yeah. We got tumped up by the Raiders like 63 points a week or two ago.
Yeah, I was pissed. Yeah. I was pissed. Fuming.
AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens.
Division. My division, boy.
Baltimore Ravens have won that division 13-3. Lamar Jackson.
You were correct, sir. They have run that division. They have just dished out.
They have. But at the same time, like, they haven't always looked dominant. They have, like, played down.
Ropey at times, yeah.
They played down to certain people. I think they lost to the Steelers in one of the games, which they probably should have won. Next was the Browns, who have qualified for the playoffs as well, 11 and 5. They've got a great defense that has really gotten through games, despite the fact that Deshaun Watson is being really terrible. And now they're flying with Joe Flacco, who's a really old, like over the hill kind of quarterback. He's been going for ages, and he was like thought to be like not doing well. He has won a Super Bowl, I believe, with the Baltimore Ravens like 10, 15 years ago. But yeah, he's now doing
bit like Big Ben when he was near the end and it was pretty much game over.
It's a last throw of the dice, and somehow he's like dragged the Browns into kind of a playoff spot. So they get there. Steelers are 9 and 7. They could still make the playoffs if they win in the last game. Great defense as well.
It's been a tumultuous time. But funny enough, Dave, we have got the Ravens. So, cheers. It's gonna be a tough game. That.
Ravens might not want to risk players in that game. Injuries and stuff.
True. Big TJ Watt to do bits. Bit of Pickens.
Mm-hmm. Cincinnati Bengals end out that division on 8 and 8. Not a bad record. Pretty strong division, to be honest, but they got messed up because Joe Burrow got injured, and they've been going with quarterback ever since, and it's just not been working out for them. Okay, next one, the AFC South. It's a three-way tie.
I didn't realize how tight that was.
Yep. It's very tight at the moment. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 9 and 7. They currently top the division. Trevor Lawrence has kind of brought that team around. They've got a good defense as well. They probably should, again, like it's so up in the air though. They've obviously not been that good on the road. The Indianapolis Colts are 9 and 7 as well. They've got a great running back in Jonathan Taylor, who's been playing well for them. The Houston Texans are 9 and 7 as well. They've got a rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, who's been like the talk of everything for like rookie of the year. Everyone's saying that this next team, the Carolina Panthers, who got the first seed last year, should have picked him, but they didn't. And Texans have done well. They're all on 9 and 7, and any one of them could go through to the playoffs to the next round. And depending on if some of them lose, I don't know who's playing who. I imagine one of them is playing each other. Steelers, if they beat the Ravens, could go through to the playoffs at the expense of one of those teams. The Tennessee Titans are 5 and 11, and they've been pretty bad because they haven't got a quarterback.
The Colts are playing the Texans.
Okay. So one of those teams is going to lose. So you'd imagine. So if Steelers beat the Ravens, then they could go through. Okay, onto the National Football Conference, NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles are both through to the playoffs, but they're both on the same record at the moment, 11 and 5. One of them will be the division winner.
The Cowboys could go the distance.
Yeah, Cowboys have got a good team, great defense,
could go the distance.
Especially.
Although the Eagles have been very good. stuttery at times. Jalen Hurts not doing bits when necessary sometimes. But I don't know. They've got the Eagles have got the Giants, and the Cowboys have got the
Commanders.
The racist. I mean, the Commanders.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Giants and the Commanders filled out the division, and they've both been pretty bad this season.
Oh, the Commanders 4-12. That's bad.
So what you're saying is the Eagles have got an easy game against the Giants.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's an easy game. The Giants could go out there. Either one of them teams could go out there and play spoiler because you want to finish top. So they could go out there and play spoiler. That's going to be the aim, to go out and try and redeem themselves after a piss poor season.
But the Giants used to that.
Well,
the NFC West, the San Francisco 49ers are top with 12-4. They've been pretty good. I mean, they've got a great defense as well, and like George Kittle normally does bits for them. They've got great wide receivers. Questions about the quarterback, but they've done enough to get 12-4. LA Rams have made it to the playoffs. They're 9-7. Matthew Stafford has looked better in form, kind of thing. He's got great wide receivers. Puka Nacua has come out as a great wide receiver from out of nowhere. Seattle Seahawks are 8-8. They could possibly make the playoffs. There are 2 playoff spots available for the NFC, so get a win. You never know what might happen. And the Arizona Cardinals are 4-12. Kyler Murray didn't make it half the season, and it's been bad. The NFC North, the most shocking thing, the Detroit Lions got 11-5 and won the division.
I was very surprised that they did as well as they did.
It's the first time they've won the division since it's been called the NFC North. Basically, the last time they won the division was like in I think 2002, back before the expansion. Yeah. They're making the playoffs this season. Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers could possibly join them. They're 8-8 at the moment. The Minnesota Vikings are 7-9. I think they're pretty sure they're out, along with the Chicago Bears. Injuries fuck the Vikings. Cousins is gone. Jefferson's gone. Bears, so kind of like the same thing. Justin Fields has kind of looked good, but then he got injured, and it's been bad. DJ Moore's been good for the Bears though. Last one, tank division in NFC South. All the teams here have been pretty terrible. Tampa Bay Buccaneers were shit, but they're at the top at the moment, 8-8. The Saints have been pretty bad as well, but they're up there with them.
Baker Mayfield has been okay. It's not been great. He's been okay. He's putting up numbers.
Derek Carr has kind of been showing why it was so stupid for the Raiders to let him go. Falcons have been bad, 7-9. They lost a couple of games, so they should have won.
Yeah.
And the worst of them all is the Carolina Panthers on 2-14, who have got the number 1 draft pick again this season. For a terrible record, and have also got rid of their main coach.
So what basically you need to do is to have a shit record to get number 1 pick.
Yeah,
and then hopefully you can build a team around that.
Yeah, but then you've got to hope that every of your other picks go your way as well.
Well, obviously you get free agents. You want to get people around like that number 1 pick and turn into something good. I hope they turn into something good. But the playoffs will be going after obviously this last game of the season. But because there is the last game of the season, that coincides with the last game of NFL fantasy. Now, we have mentioned a couple of times that me and Liam are in this NFL fantasy league, and we actually mentioned the time when we played each other on the podcast.
Can we just appreciate that at the start of this? I'm a fan, not as big of a fan as Dave is. Nowhere near as big of a fan as some of the people in this league. So I was like, I'm going to go in, and my goal is to upset people. It's there to ruin the push. Someone's trying to get a win that they desperately need to qualify for the playoffs. I would be the one that would step in and ruin it. Hasn't gone that way. I've ruined everyone's day. Because I'm in the final. I'm in the final.
Yep.
And lo and behold, Dave's in the final as well.
So you know what that means.
You know what that means. Let's before we get to that, let's put it this way. I finished second. I put up a very respectable 10-5. Very respectable. I managed to beat everyone once, apart from Dave. Dave is the only person I haven't beat. Okay? Some people smacked them twice, like literally just wiped the floor with them. Other people that do nothing but watch the NFL and like pay attention to it couldn't beat me. It's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Cry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Dave, at one point, Dave was actually outside of the playoffs. He was outside of it.
Yeah, I got to. My record was 9-7, and I finished 4th in the playoffs. So, like, if we
8-7.
Yeah. Our playoff format was the top 6 teams qualified for the playoffs, which changed mid-season, but we won't mention that.
It changed mid-season because someone who wasn't in the playoffs wanted to get in the playoffs. It went down to the final day, and that person is now playing for the final place in the 9th or 10th place match. So,
Indeed, but I'm glad that I finished 4th. I'm glad that I finished in the top 4 anyway, so that there was beyond shadow doubt
this was meant to be. This was meant to be because
it seems that way. Yeah, it feels that way. Because
at the beginning of this, I did ask for some help, but it was more in the ask. I needed things explaining to me, i.e., I don't know how the draft works. I don't know how the
bye weeks,
how the bye weeks work and how I need to pay. I just needed. I needed a little bit of just a nudge in the right direction, but I did everything else myself. I drafted very well. I had a very good draft. I had a 9th pick as well. I was 9th pick out of 10. So I had a really, really low,
I was
pick. Yeah. You were just before me. And before it got to me, on my first pick, 3 of my choices gone straight away. I was fucked. But I was lucky. I got my defense I wanted. I got my my quarterback. I got Jalen Hurts, and I had the Bills defense. You got the Steelers defense. I was pissed. This is how much I know. This is how little I know. I went searching for TJ Watt, forgetting he is part of an entire defense. I can't just have him. I need the whole thing. And I didn't like him that much to have the whole of the Steelers defense.
Yeah. And basically we both qualified for the playoffs, and I had a
bye week because I finished.
Liam had a bye week in the top 2, so I had to play an extra game, which I managed to get through fairly comfortably the first game, and then the second game was going to be a lot closer and a lot harder. And thankfully, I chose the right players, even though one player I left on the bench with I probably should have played, but regardless, the other player that I was playing against picked the wrong players, and he lost. So it came down to a last game with Justin Jefferson in the Packers game, and I needed Justin Jefferson to score less than, I think it was 16.5 points, which isn't much. Which isn't much if you're a wide receiver, because
a couple of touchdowns,
one touchdown would have fucked me. One touchdown, like a couple of catches or receptions, I'd have been fucked. The
funny thing is, both of those games, me and Dave were predicted to lose. We're both predicted to lose them games. And the scores ended up being, bear in mind, Dave had to play the number 1 seed too. Dave played the number 1 seed. Dave won 132 to 126. I won 126 to 114.
Yeah, so it was close.
I was losing after I'd played half of my games. Half of my minutes had gone and I was losing. Thankfully, Pickens did me a favor. And so did the Bills defense.
Yeah, I had a lot of help from DJ Moore in my game, but we at first we thought we were going to play each other in the semi, but it turned out we're playing each other now in the final, and
I'm going to be honest, I'm fucking nervous because I haven't beaten Dave. And I just know I'm going to, because Pollard got me 5, but at the very beginning, I had a few people trying to poach my players, thinking I'm a dumbass, thinking I'm stupid. I doubled down. But if anyone, I made no trades. I don't think Dave made any trades at all. I think he proposed a trade to take the piss because someone was crying.
No, I think I made one trade with that person.
One trade. I made no trades. You made one trade. I made no trades. I made 14 moves. You made 15 moves.
Yeah. We both drafted well. And
the funny thing is, Dave, I score, looking at the points, I scored, my points for was 1844. Yours was 1818. My points against is 1805. Yours is 1788. So
less points against me.
And you know the funny thing is, going into the playoffs, we're both on a 2-game losing streak.
How?
No. At the end of the regular season, it was on a 2-game losing streak. So we've had to bounce back from a 2-game losing streak. Plus, you've had that extra game. You've got momentum on your side. And I'm looking at it now. I'm predicted to lose.
Yeah, it's not good though.
The odds are stacked against me. And I'm coming out swinging. I'm going to come out swinging. If I lose, it don't matter because I have bested 8 people who pay attention to this. This is my first year. You want to talk about?
I heard there's a ring the winner.
There is a championship ring.
There's a championship ring and a trophy. Yeah,
apparently so.
Is this championship ring a Haribo ring?
No, apparently it's a ring.
I hope so.
It's an actual. I'd much prefer.
It's going to come in colours. It's going to come in colours as well.
Yeah, I've opted for black and gold.
Yeah,
Steelers.
I wanted claret and blue
because he's a closet West. Because he's a closet West Ham fan.
I wanted claret and blue because I want to piss off Liam.
It wouldn't piss me off at all. It would not. I told you, I don't give a shit.
So is that what the colours you went for?
No, I've gone for orange. I think
he's gone for orange and white. Orange and white. We've gone for our respective teams. So
yeah, but yeah.
When is this game? Is it this weekend?
The first game is on Saturday, and then the last game I think is late Sunday night, Monday morning for us.
And when do you receive the ring if you win?
In person by whoever when the guy can eventually get to us, I guess.
Well, it's an interesting turn at the moment, Dave, because looking at it, all of my teams play on Sunday. All of them. Yours got a couple of Monday nights. So
I haven't looked at the team properly yet, though.
I'm looking at your team now, and I'm looking at my team now, and they're both not full whack.
Right.
But still,
there might be injuries and things on the way like there.
Exactly.
Kind of
thing, so. This is going to become a game of chess. This is going to become a game. But more importantly, we just proved that the Wait What podcast is fucking better than everyone. Simple as that. We're better than everyone.
We know.
We turn up. We know our ball knowledge is just. It's just you can't touch it.
And I'm here.
Doesn't matter what ball it is, we know ball.
Yeah, Mitch, ipso facto, you're in part of it. You're here. You're part of it. Mitch is in the final as well.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed though, Liam. I really wanted to turn this into like a wrestling promo battle kind of thing between us.
I told you, in this scenario, for once, I'm the babyface. For once.
Yeah. You should watch that. You should watch that video I sent in. That was me cutting a wrestling promo.
You should watch it.
A whole 2 minutes, man. That's just long.
A whole 2 minutes? Oh, no.
Liam, I've watched it, and it's great.
That's all right. 2/3 of us have seen it. That's enough. That's enough. I got the premise of it when you introduced yourself. I was like, oh, what is this guy doing? I watched like the first 20 seconds and was like, no, it's too early for this.
It gets better.
Equal government, both of you.
Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't use it online, unfortunately, because our government named us both.
Oh, did you? Oh dear.
Yeah.
No govies. Yeah, no govies. I mean, I can edit it. I could edit it.
Well,
you need to do a lot of editing.
Unfortunately, I'm also from instructions from a certain someone that you're also that is not allowed to go online into the public social medias. It's too personal and private.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm intrigued. Now I'm intrigued.
Well, and that's all it took. Fucking watch the video,
personal and private. Please don't tell me you again mentioned my ass being juicy, because again it's just weird.
In the group chat when I was feeling look on Monday I woke up and I was having the time of my life.
Oh listen, Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday.
We woke
Tuesday.
up to Tuesday morning and someone wanted to smoke. Okay, someone wanted to smoke, and I was off. Dave's off the whole week. We entertained it, and when we entertained it, the problem is we don't know when to stop. Really,
because when me and Liam are against each other, then it's pretty it's
hilarious.
Savage,
it's hilarious to everyone else.
It's savage as well, and it's savage as well.
Course.
But when we're teaming up,
it's not fair.
Then
it's not fair.
There's no chance. There's no chance.
Because let's put it this way: Dave said something and was like, "Couldn't be me," and then I literally said something straight after and was like, "No, it couldn't be me." And it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was it bullying? Yes. Would we do it again? Yes.
But would we have done it if he didn't say anything?
Yes.
No. No, we would have because we didn't say anything for like a day after it happens. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, like I really wanted like some personal beef between me and Liam to like we could throw up onto the podcast and stuff.
The problem is that Tuesday happening is taking it all out of us because it was so funny. We just don't fucking care anymore. Well, we don't. It's like we care, and I can assure you, come Saturday, when this comes out, it ain't gonna be like this. It's gonna get. It's not. Is it gonna get? It's gonna get personal. Probably. Is Dave gonna say that I can't even see my team when I'm trying to pick it? Yeah. Am I gonna say he can't pick the right players because his thumbs are too fat? Probably. But it's okay. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All that matters is by the time we come back Wednesday,
the WaitWhat podcast would have won.
One of us will be a champion, but the WaitWhat podcast will reign supreme.
We are 1 and 2.
And me.
Yeah. So it's been fun playing NFL fantasy.
Do you know what? It really has, because I've been doing football. I've been doing like the football one for years, and it's so like you get to like December, I just lose track. I can't keep up. So many different players, so many different moving parts.
Yeah, when I do the football one, I just leave it until the end. I don't make any
this one, see this one, you have to pay attention because I've watched more games than I ever. Like I've been going back and watching highlights because they're on Sky. I've been going back and watching the highlights that they put them out. I've never seen so much football in my life.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's been good. And check back when we talk about this, and you'll find out how badly I took Liam's fine, sweet, juicy ass.
Why is everything got to be like we play Dungeons and Dragons? I lose an arse cheek. What's going on, man? What is this? This is ridiculous. It's an agenda. This is weird.
I now know what's going to happen when we play. The first thing Dave's going to do.
I swear to God, if I have to sacrifice an arse cheek, I'm not playing. Wait, have we got names for our characters already? Have we got?
No, you have to name them yourself.
Oh, sweet Jesus, that's going to be that's going to be interesting. Is that going to be? Are we going to make Are we going to make a decision that's YouTube only?
No, because they don't really need visual. If anything, visuals will hurt D&D.
Visuals. I don't know about that. I feel like us getting into. We could dress up though, Dave.
There is going to be just loads of visuals of me scratching my head, thinking, "What the fuck am I doing?"
We could dress up, Dave. I could wear a cloak.
I haven't got a costume box like Mitchell has.
It doesn't matter. You dress like Darth Sidious now, so you must have.
My character's a fighter. Be a fighting druid.
Fighting druid. I don't remember what I am. All I know is mine's chaotic good, and that sums me up to a T.
Cool. Well, that's all to be confirmed. But anyway,
we don't even know what's going on. So,
regular season of the NFL is ending is the main point, and we will probably do a Super Bowl episode in the future when it's coming around that time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's call to arms. That's a shot fired across the pond. You want to chat NFL? You want to talk about how your teams?
You want to teach me how NFL works?
We can teach you how NFL works. We can teach you the English way, and then you'll understand it.
Oh, okay.
I'll wrap us up regardless, Mitchell.
Fair enough. Thank you for listening, guys. You can find all previous Idle Chats on all podcasting platforms. You can find all our main episodes there as well. Thank you and peace.